BIM, the next topic is BIM dimensional views. Dimensional views. So here in BIM, there are different types of dimensional views are there. Okay, the first dimensional view is 1D. 1D means one dimensional views. Okay, remember, one dimensional views we will call as a 1D, and this 1D we will call as a SLD drawing. SLD drawing means SLD diagram, also we can say single line diagram. SLD drawing we can say. SLD means single line diagram. Line diagram, that's all. Single line diagram, that we will call as a SLD. Or in our MEP subject we will call as a schematic drawing. Schematic drawing, that we will call as a single line diagram. Schematic drawing, SLD, single line. Okay, some people's maybe their designs start drawing as a single line, because the column they will put some dot, the beam they will put some line. If the wall is there, the wall is also some line, like that they will. That we will call as a single line diagram. That view we will call as a one dimensional view. Okay, one dimensional view. Next we can develop 2D drawings, two dimensional views. 2D is nothing but two dimensional views, and these two dimensional views we will call as a orthographic views. Orthographic views, and we will call as a like x and y axis views. Here x is length, y is width, and here this point we will call as a coordinates point. Coordinates x and y, and this coordinates point always will be having 0, 0. Coordinates means 0, 0. So here these coordinates also there are two types. One is WCS coordinates and another is UCS coordinates. You know, WCS means World Coordinate Systems. World Coordinate Systems, WCS. And the other is Universal Coordinate System, UCS. Universal Coordinate Systems. So there are two types of coordinate systems we have to follow here in view. World Coordinate Systems, UCS, Universal Coordinate Systems. Okay, so that view we will call as a 2D, top view. Here 2D is nothing but top view. The next view is 3D view. 3D is nothing but three-dimensional views. Three-dimensional views. Okay, so these three-dimensional views we will call as a isometric views. Isometric views. So these isometric views will be having like that x, y, and z. So x is length, y is width, z is height. And here x, y, z will be the coordinates, and that coordinate will be having 0, 0, 0. Here the x is latitude, y is longitude, and z is altitude. So here the latitudes, longitudes, altitudes value also we have to remember. The coordinate systems we have to remember. The project locations, coordinate systems we have to remember. Because the coordinates value we have to take, and that coordinate value we have to take from GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. From the Greenwich Mean Time we have to take the coordinate system 0. Okay, so that we will do here in 3D dimensional view. Next come to 4D. 4D is also 4-dimensional views, but here in 4-dimensional view we never think in such a way that it's a not dimensional views means it's not a drawing. It's a scheduling and quantities. BOQ. Scheduling and quantities. A report you have to develop. Scheduling and quantities, 4D. Because the 1D, 2D is a process. Because after 1D, then you have to develop 2D. After 2D, then you have to develop 3D. After completion of the 3D development, then you have to go for the 4D. 4D is nothing but it's a quantity, budget report. Sorry, it's not budget report, it's a quantity report. How it will be said? Because our drawing is ready, model is ready. Okay, that model, how many quantities you have there in that model? If you are making some pipe, some 10 to 20 pipes you have designed in a project. So that pipe quantity you have to do. That we will call as a BOQ, bill of quantity. Bill of quantity report you have to give. That is we will call as a 4D. You have to give the report. Because some company people, they are assigning and they are giving some this type of quantities report. They are appointing as a quantity surveyor. QS people who has learned the course QS, they will be appoint him for the quantity taking report from him. But here in BIM, we can able to develop BOQ also, bill of quantity. It will be generated, it will be get automatically. Because how many components you have model, same component it will become. Because in AutoCAD manually we are doing. AutoCAD we have to pick one component, you have to make it calculate and then you have to give the report. But here there is no manual, it is automation. We can generate. If your model is having some 20 columns, so it will become 20 columns only. If your model is having some 30 beams, so 30 beams will become. Like that for the mechanical, your model is having some 300 running meter pipe, so here it will become 300 running meter pipe. So exactly how the model you are going to be design and develop the model, same exactly the quantity is going to become. There is no single 1 mm mistakes will become. It's a very accurate values we can take by getting this 4D BOQ report. Scheduling and quantities. So after getting the scheduling and quantities, then we have to go for the 5-dimensional views. 5-dimensional views means it's a budget report, because when the quantities are coming in front of you, you have to work out for the price, scheduling, price, how much the schedule you have developed, the schedule in the market, what is the price. That we will call as the estimation and costing. 5D is nothing but estimation and costing. You have to estimate and you have to give the costing report. That we will call as a budget report. Budget. You have to give the budget report to the client. Okay. If one column expenditure in the construction, it will become some maybe example some 3,000 rupees. It is hardly estimating. So how many columns are there? You have to give the total budget for this column. If it is having some 10 columns, so 3,000 multiplied with 10, some 30,000 is going to be expended for the column construction. Like that for piping, mechanical people, if they are taking the pipe from the market, 1 running meter pipe is cost some 1,000 rupees. So how many running meters are coming in your design? You just multiply with that running meter, you will get the total cost of that pipe. Okay, so that report also we have to take from the BIM, and it's very easy we have to take. But the price you have to take it from the marketing person, because the marketing person who is purchasing all these components in the market, you have to take the price from him, or else if they are not able to give the exact price to you, then you have to call to the manufacturer company or fabrication company, what is the price for this component. So they may give some price, and that price you have to enter in a Revit file. So automatically it is going to be multiplied with all the components, and you will get total price for each and every component. So the pricing also is a very major factor here, because your quantity is ready, your drawing is ready, but you have to give the budget to the persons. Because without giving the budget to the person, what will happen? The client never will be analyzed how much is going to be invest for this project. The investment price he don't know. So that is the reason it will be very hard for the client who is investing the money for the construction, he don't know how much the price shall I can give for this construction. So that is the reason here in BIM we can able to give the exact price, how much it is going to be invested for these projects. So that price also we have to give by using this BOQ report. Along with this BOQ report, you have to give the budget report to the company. Next is 6D. 6D is analyzing the design report. We have to analyze the design report. Here we have to make the design report analyzation. You have to analyze the design report because whatever the design you are working, that report you have to analyze and you have to give the exact report to the client, how much the price, what is the quantity you have developed for this project. So exactly the analyzing things you have to give to the companies. That is 6D. And after completion of the 6D, then you have to work out for the 7D. 70 is 7-dimensional views, and this 70 is nothing but it's a facility management report. Facility management report. Management report you have to give. Facility management is nothing but you have to give the maintenance report of the client to the client. Okay, because execution, facility management is nothing but here the execution process of that component you have to give. The management reports you have to develop. Because your drawing is ready, your quantity is ready, your budget is also ready, you are analyzing also ready, then you have to give the management report to the company, facility management. That is 70. And come to 8D, we are right now one more D we are asking 8D, that is BMS report. BMS report also you have to, that is maintenance. Maintenance report also you have to generate from your model, that is BMS. Maintenance, because after completion of your model, the execution process has been done, that building, how we have to do the maintenance, that report also you have to generate. So these all dimensional views from 1D to 8D we can able to work in BIM. So our major role will be 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D will be there. So when you are going to work from 1D to 8D, you will become a BIM engineer. Because that everything, every dimensional views you are going to creating, and every dimensional views you are able to make them model, and you can able to explain every dimensional view to the company peoples, you are even the client also the same. Okay, so here what will happening, this 4D and 5D report we can take some advantage, some extra information by using simulation. So 4D and 5D we will call as a simulation report work. Because the simulation we can able to make it in Naviswork. Have you heard this work, Naviswork? Naviswork is also one of the Autodesk tool. Naviswork is also one of the Autodesk tool. Because after completion of your model, you have to import this model into a Naviswork file, and in the Naviswork we have to do the simulation work, and that simulation work 4D and 5D and as well as 7D also we can do this simulation in a Naviswork. So that is also you have to learn here, because here the BIM is consist with this all tool, AutoCAD, Revit, Autodesk Recap, again this Naviswork. These are the 4 tools consist in this field, because when you are going to work out in a BIM. So you have to know this all tools. But the major tool is Revit, this Recap, this AutoCAD, again this Naviswork. It's a small tool. It's not a huge information is required. It's a manually you can able to handle it, because the person who can able to handle the Revit, he can able to handle this all other tools also, the same. Because every the concept, zoom in, zoom out, everything, the concept, process, everything will be the same as Revit only. So we can able to do it. There is no nothing again, some new information, nothing will be there. It will be the same as you think in for the Revit. Okay, so like that, this all the dimensional views we can able to create in a Revit. And this all dimensional views should be perfectly, it should be come as per the design. Okay, so first is 1D. 1D is nothing but single line diagram. You have to make some proposal to the company as a single line diagram you can able to give. That we will call as a tender drawing. Some people they will call it a tender drawing, single line diagram, SLD. Everything will become as a single line. 2D orthographic view, some company they will call this 2D also DLD drawing, double line diagram. Okay, some orthographic view, some company they will call as a DLD drawing, double line diagram, because single line they receive, by seeing that single line they are making a double line, X and Y. So like that they are doing. Okay, so this double line diagram also they are making, so that will be called as a DLD drawings. And after DLD, now that will be we are creating 3D model. So here in Revit, whatever the model we are creating in a view, that is 2D only. We have to create the model in 2D, and that model is going to visualize in 3D. Okay. In 3D also you have to give some modification work, we can able to do it. So that is we'll do in 3D. 3D is only the presentation purpose, that's all. But the actual, the working drawing will be having 2D only. 2D we have to work. 3D only the visualization purpose only. By seeing the 3D, we can't do any work at site. It's only for the presentation. It's only for the imagination of the component, how it is installed at site. That's all. But actually the working nature will be having in 2D only, top view. Okay, so top view will be the actual drawing we have to submit to the client, and as per the top view drawing we can able to execute the services at site also the same. Okay, next 40 is scheduling and quantities. We have to take the report, BOQ, bill of quantity. Then 50 is budget report. Whatever the BOQ you got it, that the same BOQ you have to make it the budget. How much the costing for this project is going to happen. Each and every component, each and every equipment, each and every accessories component also you have to take the price. And then 60 you have to analyzing the design report, and that will become under 60. Then 70 is the facility management. You have to prepare the management report for the execution. Management report for the facility management here, the execution process, how it is going to be happen at site. This project, when it is going to be start, when it is going to be end. So that process, in between that process, you have to prepare the report, day-to-day report. Today, what type of work we have to do. Tomorrow, what type of work we have to do. Next day, like that. Each and every day, the facility management report you have to prepare. And that report is going to be give fully information about the execution and construction at site. So that report also you have to prepare. Next 80. 80 is the BMS report, maintenance. You have to give the maintenance report of the building after completion of all the services at building. Because after completion of the building, every engineers will be go out, but only the BMS engineers will be there at site. They will be give maintenance everything at site by using this BMS. Okay.